Be advised, mature content ahead. This podcast is brought to you ad-free thanks to the Legion of Demons at patreon.com/NOTLP. If you like what you hear, there's much more at patreon.com/NOTLP. Join the Legion. That's patreon.com/NOTLP. And now the show.
This cannot be ignored.
Yes, we're doing it.
It's the end. Say goodbye.
Is this supposed to be scary?
Breathe deeply. Close your eyes. Keep the monsters from breathing.
I just want to get out of here.
We just want to leave.
Please don't hurt me.
Do you want to see my face?
Hey everybody, welcome to our review of a little new film called Haunt.
Yeah, this had a theatrical release on Friday the 13th. We would have had this review to you sooner, but there were some issues with the screener link that I think us and a lot of other critics had problems with. But the good news is it was worth the wait and trying because, we should note real quick, friends of the show, John D. Wagner and Damien Fay, were involved in the production of this. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm probably biased, but I thought it was fantastic.
No, I thought it was a shit ton of fun.
Great slasher.
Yeah.
Classic kind of slasher movie.
This will eventually end up on Shudder, right?
Shudder bought it, is my understanding, and this is your dead teenager kind of movie, which I love that genre when it's done right.
You love dead teenagers.
I love dead teenagers. Oof, I love them.
Live teenagers, gross. Dead, perfect.
So this crew of friends, typical thing, they find these flyers for an extreme haunt.
It's Halloween. They're at a party, but it's like, let's go do something else.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this was made for us because we love haunts.
I do.
Haunts. And it really feels like a really at first it's like a pretty cool haunt that I think we would all participate in.
No, I would not. Okay, so they stumble across it, sort of. They're going down a scary rural road.
But they kind of knew what they were going.
Well, they were heading for it, but then all of a sudden they look, and a sign just lights up in the dark, like haunted house.
Like almost in their rear view even, right?
And you're like, and they're like, cool. And I'm like,
That's a good moment.
I've seen too many of these films.
Well, as soon as I saw only one other car in the parking lot, I would like, this can't be that good. Nobody's here.
Well, the first time we did the Lewisburg Haunted Cave, it kind of felt like this a little bit.
But there was a crowd, though.
There was a crowd once we got deeper in.
It is weird, like, when you go to Land of Illusion, which is up in Middletown, you kind of go through some, neighborhoods to get to it, but then it's like, ba-bow!
Yeah.
So
but
I
it
guess,
has a ticket gate and all this stuff. But this is like you're down and dirty.
Yeah.
Pop up.
Who's that guy that does that extreme haunt in Pennsylvania?
Oh, McCamey Manor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never.
Now, this movie was written and directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, who wrote A Quiet Place. They wrote both of the movies in tandem, and they said they never thought either one would get made. And A Quiet Place, one of the most successful horror movies of recent time. And then Haunt. I'm kind of surprised this didn't get a wider theatrical release because this was so much better than the other haunted house movie we saw last year.
I don't think
That
that's fair.
Wisconsin.
Hell Night, I think.
Hell
or
Night. Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it was.
Or no, something to that effect.
I liked that movie,
It was
though.
okay, but this was actually had a couple of effective.
It's
scare
almost like a
sense.
genre of its own coming out. The
Yeah.
haunted
Yeah.
house movies, because we had Hell House, LLC,
Yeah.
the Houses October built.
Yeah.
There was 2 of those, weren't there?
And there was 2 Hell
Yeah.
Houses.
What
now.
was the other one they filmed at Land of Illusion?
Oh
with Robert
yeah,
Englund?
that was really fun. That was
Freak House, Fun House,
Funhouse Massacre.
Massacre. Yeah, that was This is a good genre.
Yeah.
Keep pumping them out for me. I enjoy it.
The set of characters that work this haunt, they all wear these kind of like Ben Cooper style masks, if you know, the ones with the rubber band on the back kind of thing, only these are a little extra creepy. Like one's a toasted marshmallow.
Is that what it was?
I think so.
I was trying to figure out what it was.
Or
I
a
thought,
ghost. But I like to think it was a toasted marshmallow. I think that's, more fun. And that guy's voice, who was that character? Mitch, there was something really eerie because he kind of seems like a normal enough guy when they first run into him. And I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm going to leave that alone.
Yes.
Beyond that. But, if you've seen the trailers for this, that shit does
doesn't
not
go well.
go well for these people. Very happy to see Damien's performance in this. It was nice to see you without a mask on, kind of. And
because Damien was the one of the
he's
killers.
Satan. Yeah, he's
and
the devil.
He was in Strangers Pray at Night.
And I said now he's going to do a whole subgenre of him stalking young brunettes. So he has to do at least a third one where he does this.
Is his wife a brunette?
I believe so.
Let
yeah,
us know.
Yeah, so.
There is a moment in this when they're going through the haunt, and there's this room where it's like you got to reach your hand through a hole. And I was like, Andy would do this because Andy just has to do everything he's being told to do, even if it's written on a wall.
You got to follow the rules, Amy.
Yeah.
Did the moments of this movie remind you a little bit of Green Room?
No.
I kind of got a little bit of a Green Room
Like how
vibe
so?
from
I
it.
didn't see that at all.
Like a mazy kind of.
Well, it's not like any of that. It's just kind of the vibe of the kids having fun in this kind of like grimy, dangerous environment.
I felt the danger, definitely. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like I felt that in Green Room watching
Yeah.
it. Like, God, this situation they're
Right.
walking in is real bad.
Right. This doesn't ramp up in the same way Green Room does. Like Green Room to me is almost like a masterpiece. I love that movie. But this kind of fits somewhat in that
Yeah.
this could happen.
I felt like I felt the danger right away, as opposed to the other haunted house movies
Yeah,
that come
where
out.
you're-
Like,
Yeah.
You're not
like,
sure.
because like other haunted house movies, you kind of like, hey, is this? It looks like a
There's crowds.
yeah.
It looks professional.
Exactly, but this
Right.
one, like
Mm-hmm.
that shit's gonna hit the fan.
Yeah,
and,
it
like,
feels
you feel the
dangerous.
danger.
And when it happens, like this is an Eli Roth production, which holds some expectations of extreme violence, and they deliver on it. It is definitely gory.
The moment in the beginning when they're told they can't bring their cell phones in, I'd have been like, bye.
But like, how are we gonna take selfies, huh?
Because if you can't give me a way to call the police, I'm not going to participate, sir and or madam. And that's the facts. I was going to say it was filmed somewhat locally. I mean, we consider it Cincinnati if you're in the northern part of Kentucky.
Yeah.
They consider
It's Greater
themselves part of
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. So
Greater
yeah.
Cincinnati production. So I have a lot of pride in that, and I like the stuff we're cranking out.
And also a lot of really great people worked on this that we know from the local film scene. Which
Yeah,
they're just
our friend Harry was an extra in this.
I didn't see. I was looking.
I didn't
for
see
him
him either, but I saw him credited on IMDb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a good time. I love seeing.
It's
the
good for
local
this
movies.
time of year, man.
Yeah,
Let-
it's felt
Get you in the mood.
It's perfect for this time of year, but like, I don't think I'm as enthusiastic about the movie as you guys were. I had
Yeah.
fun with it, but I couldn't help but cars it.
Yeah.
You ever
'Cause-
thought it?
Well, it's like I know that making bad decisions in horror movies are part and parcel of like,
Yeah.
the genre, but at the same time, I'm like, God, they're making real bad decisions.
Oh, there was that one thing when that guy did, and I'm like, why didn't you? And then you're like,
Yeah,
"Ah!"
they're making even worse decisions than normal in horror movies.
I don't know. It's pretty classic, stupid decisions. I mean, like it.
Hey, Donald Trump is our president. Can we judge?
I was worried that they were gonna ride a certain trope of the kid with the troubled past storyline in it, and I'm really glad that they didn't spend too
Yeah,
much time with that because that would have
yeah.
been boring. Like I like that it moved.
Yeah.
I like movies that, like we just watched Everly as an example. I like movies like that. They start, they throw you into it, and they move. That's what I want out of this kind of movie is just to be entertained.
Yeah, I was entertained, but they were like I'm coming to a point where like I'm giving movies grades as opposed to just words.
Where you at?
And I think it's probably B- for me.
Yeah, I'd say that's fine, and I'm happy with that
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, I'm ready for these kinds of movies. It's September. It's mid-September. I'm ready. My body is ready. I'm emotionally ready. We were outside. We had a little fire going. We were watching the film. Freddy's name was on it because it was a screener, so every scene had Freddy Morris on it. And I like Freddy, so that worked for me.
Oh, that's what made it.
Yeah.
They were cracking up about like how it was like it never like so a lot of screeners the name will be like in the bottom area or it'll be a watermark and it'll go away periodically and come back, and this one it was like literally dead center of the screen. We were
A Freddy
laughing.
Morris production starring Freddy Morris by Freddy Morris, directed by Freddy Morris, produced by Freddy Morris.
But
It's not Jaws. I'm not saying that, but I had a good time.
Yeah,
with it.
that's all I can ask for movies and be entertained, and I was entertained.
Yeah. And if you saw that, what was it called? Hell Night or Horror Night or Bad Time Night? That came out in theaters last Halloween.
Hellfest.
Hellfest. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think about it afterwards, but I had fun in the moment and I enjoyed myself.
Right. And yeah, definitely. It's that kind of movie. It's just harrowing.
It was better than Escape Room, we agreed.
Yeah, it's kind of what I wanted Escape Room to be because we had just seen Escape Room because it was on cable, and we're like, free movie. And
But like another nitpick, I mean, like a nitpicking, but the killers aren't very good at killing people.
They don't dunk every shot.
I feel like they had every advantage to kill these people, but they let like it's a spoiler, but
Yeah.
they let people go. They got away.
Yeah. Kind
Or
of.
did they?
Yeah.
Andy could be just messing with you.
I don't know.
Like I said, that's a nitpick, but like when you have
Andy wanted every one of them dead.
yeah. When you have these people trapped in a room and you can like, do whatever, basically, it's like don't let them get away. That's your end game.
But part of the
Toying with them.
some killers like to toy,
Yeah. Yeah.
amp up the fear. It makes the meat.
This is one of those movies that really benefited from the extreme violence, which
Yeah.
is not something I don't really usually give a shit about, like violence for violence sake, and it usually turns me off. But I just really like it was like a horrifying, over the top, gleeful kind of violence, and when it would happen, certain things happen in ways I didn't exactly expect. And I really appreciated that.
I think part of my enjoyment of it was is watching it with Andy and thinking about how Andy is in a haunted house. And if you can, go through a haunted house with Andy because it's a good time. And one character in this just kind of randomly eats something that's in the haunted house. And you're like, why would you don't know where that's been.
But Andy did it.
But Andy has done that a couple of times, right?
Because they told me to.
You're like, eat this, and you
Andy's
ate
like,
it.
I'm going to eat it.
Because I follow the rules. Because here's a story. Me and Freddie went to dinner with our friends Nate, Jessica, and Alexander.
Yeah.
Hamilton. Mr. Hamilton.
And then, we walk in the vestibule, and there's two doors. One says exit, and the other says entrance. And Freddie is like, hey, the door closest to us is the exit door. Let's just go through there. But I say, we can't. It says exit.
Yeah.
So I had,
There was nobody coming. Like, it was completely wide open. There were identical doors on either side of the vestibule. Vestibule. And they were watching us from the table inside. The three of them were already seated, and they were laughing because Andy backed up. Like, he made it where I couldn't go through the exit either. Like, he made the decision for both of us, so we were bumbling like Laurel and Hardy. And it was, I'm sure it was really funny to watch.
So as long as it's somebody tells me to do it or it's on a sign, I'll do it.
Hey, Andy, give me your ATM pin.
Okay. Okay. 1.
Oh,
Bosco.
Clever boy.
Right?
Bosco. It's chocolate syrup, y'all. Yeah, Haunt.
Haunt.
If you have Shudder, I don't know exactly when it's coming to Shudder. I probably should have that information, but I didn't look it up.
Find it.
Or hit
when
us
you
up
can.
and we'll give you the screener code.
No, we won't. We would never.
You're a real son of a bitch. You know that?
Do you know that?
I like taking money out of Damien's pockets.
He gets a cut of every
Yeah.
stream.
he does residuals.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun.
It's the season.
It is the season.
It's our season.
Yeah. And
We
like
had a Friday the 13th.
And a beautiful moon, too.
Yeah.
Man, we had a fun-ass weekend with horror movies.
Fun ass.
Fun-ass.
And like Freddie said, it's always great to see people we know
Yeah.
putting out work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you can buy or rent this on your whatevers, your Apple movies, your Amazons, your Lucy Lou's, your Baby Dolls, whatever you want. If you don't want to wait for Shudder to release it to their streaming service.
Excuse me, Lucy, do you have a copy of Haunt? Like, no, somebody took the last one.
Got a loose one right here.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Happy holidays.
Boo.